Ladies, let me share with you the secret of what makes confident women irresistibly attractive. And trust me, it's not about being perfect. It's not about the clothes you wear or the makeup you put on. It's something much deeper, an essence that radiates from within, a powerful force that leaves everyone, especially men, captivated. First, it's the power of body language. A confident woman walks into a room, and without even saying a word, she commands attention. Straight posture, shoulders back, and a head held high. It's as if she's saying, "I'm here and I own this moment." And here's the magic. It's not arrogance. It's the simple act of loving yourself enough to take up space in this world. Second, confidence shines through in her independence. She doesn't need anyone to complete her. She's already whole. Whether she's working on a project, traveling solo, or pursuing her passions, she enjoys doing things on her own. Men are drawn to this strength because it's so refreshing to see someone who knows their worth and doesn't need validation from others. Third, it's that beautiful smile that makes her glow. It's the kind of smile that lights up the room, the one that isn't forced but comes naturally from within. When a woman smiles with genuine warmth, she doesn't just look attractive, she becomes magnetic. And men, they go crazy for it. Fourth, confident women don't settle. They know what they deserve and won't compromise their standards. They have high expectations, not just for others, but for themselves as well. It's this self-respect that makes them stand out. As they don't chase after attention, they attract it effortlessly. Fifth, flirting becomes an art when confidence is involved. The key? Subtlety. A confident woman knows how to flirt without overdoing it. There's no need for grand gestures or flashy moves. It's the way she glances over, the way she speaks, the way she listens. Everything exudes this quiet, captivating energy that men can't ignore. Sixth, there's a depth to her that can't be denied. Confident women show vulnerability. They open up and they allow their softer side to be seen. And this is a big one. When they do this, they connect with others on an emotional level. It's this balance of strength and softness that makes men completely lose their composure. And finally, the seventh thing confident women do that drives men wild, they know how to embrace their uniqueness. There's no faking it, no pretending to be someone they're not. Their authenticity is like a magnet. And when a woman is comfortable in her own skin, she becomes absolutely irresistible. So ladies, remember this. It's not about being perfect. It's about being perfectly you. Embrace your confidence, wear it like a crown, and watch the world and the men around you go crazy for it. Let's all take a page from this playbook and go out there and show the world just how powerful and captivating confidence can be. When a woman walks into a room, her presence alone is enough to captivate everyone's attention. It's not about the clothes she wears or the makeup she applies, it's about the way she carries herself. There's something undeniably magnetic about a confident woman, and a lot of it can be traced back to her body language. Her posture speaks louder than words ever could. With a straight back, her shoulders pushed back ever so slightly, she exudes a silent strength that instantly makes her stand out. The energy she projects is subtle, yet so powerful that it makes the space around her feel different. She doesn't shrink herself to fit into any space, nor does she apologize for taking up room in this world. She owns the space she's in. Whether it's in a room full of people or walking down the street, her body language is unspoken proof of her self-assurance. This self-assurance doesn't come from arrogance or a need to prove anything to anyone. It's simply a reflection of how comfortable she is with who she is. This calm, steady confidence radiates without effort, and it's this aura that draws people in. It's as if she's saying without uttering a single word, I know my value, and I'm not afraid to show it. When she enters a room, everyone notices her because she's not fighting for attention. It just naturally gravitates towards her. The way she stands, the small, purposeful movements, and the ease with which she holds herself tells everyone around her that she is someone who is secure in her own skin, someone who trusts herself. Men, in particular, are drawn to this because it's so rare. In a world where insecurities often hold people back from fully showing up, a woman who is unapologetically herself becomes magnetic. Her body language is a powerful statement that says, I'm here to be seen, to take up space, and to be exactly who I am. It's this quiet yet undeniable force that leaves a lasting impression. Her confidence doesn't demand validation, it simply exists, and that, in itself, is something incredibly attractive. It's a kind of strength that isn't loud, but it is impossible to ignore. The way she carries herself invites others to acknowledge her power, not through words, but through the sheer presence of her being. A confident woman stands apart because of her unwavering independence. She doesn't need anyone's approval to feel good about herself or to feel validated. She knows her worth and she is deeply comfortable in her own company. This kind of independence is captivating because it's rare in a world where so many people feel dependent on others for their happiness or sense of purpose. A confident woman is not waiting for someone else to complete her. She is whole on her own. Her life is full of purpose, driven by her passions, her goals, and her dreams. Whether she's working on a project, traveling solo, or spending time doing what makes her happy, she doesn't need permission or validation from anyone else to do it. This independence doesn't stem from a place of isolation, but from a place of freedom. She is free to explore the world on her own terms, to make decisions that align with her true self. She is driven by her own internal compass, following her passions with an enthusiasm that is both inspiring and contagious. Her ability to stand on her own and live life on her own terms speaks volumes about her confidence. It's not just about being able to function alone, but about thriving on her own. Men are naturally attracted to this because it shows a strength that is hard to ignore. A woman who is independent doesn't need to rely on anyone else for her happiness. She creates it herself, and that is incredibly powerful. This kind of self-sufficiency is alluring because it challenges the traditional expectations of dependency. Men are drawn to women who are secure enough in themselves to be autonomous. There's something magnetic about someone who doesn't need anyone else to define their sense of worth. When a woman is independent, she isn't just attractive for her looks or her achievements, but for the aura of self-respect and self-reliance that surrounds her. This quality invites admiration not just for the things she does, but for the way she carries herself through life. There's a quiet strength in independence that speaks volumes. It's the kind of strength that commands respect without having to demand it. And when a woman can walk through life with this kind of self-assurance, it's impossible not to be drawn to her. A confident woman's smile isn't just an expression, it's a window into her soul. It's the kind of smile that lights up a room, effortlessly drawing people in, making them feel seen and valued in her presence. There's something undeniably magnetic about the way she smiles, and it has nothing to do with perfection or superficial charm. Her smile radiates warmth, authenticity, and a genuine joy that can't be replicated. It's the kind of smile that isn't forced or contrived. It flows naturally from a place of self-assuredness and contentment. When she smiles, it feels like the world pauses for just a moment, as if the simple act of her expression has the power to make everything seem brighter. This smile is not just an outward expression, it's a reflection of her inner confidence. A woman who is truly confident doesn't need to hide behind a guarded demeanor or fake politeness. Her smile says, I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm happy to share that with you. There's a subtle power in this, an ability to make people feel welcome and at ease without even trying. Men in particular are drawn to this because it's rare to find someone who radiates such genuine joy. In a world that often feels guarded and distant, a woman who can smile so effortlessly becomes a beacon of light in the room. What's so captivating about her smile is how it makes others feel. It's not just about looking attractive, it's about the warmth that it brings to every interaction. When she smiles, it invites others to smile back, creating an unspoken connection. This creates a ripple effect, making everyone around her feel a little more comfortable, a little more at ease. It's not just a physical reaction, it's an emotional one, drawing people in without words. There's an energy in her smile that makes others feel acknowledged, valued, and seen. It's this ability to make others feel good simply by being present that makes a confident woman's smile so irresistible. A smile like hers is more than just a pleasant expression, it's an experience. It's a reminder that confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about being comfortable in your own skin and sharing that joy with others. Men are naturally drawn to this because it's not just about external beauty, it's the warmth, authenticity, and happiness that comes from within. Her smile says more than words ever could. A confident woman doesn't settle for anything less than she deserves. She's clear about her worth, and she doesn't shy away from setting standards that reflect that. This is not about being picky or demanding. It's about self-respect and knowing that she deserves to be treated with the same value she places on herself. Her boundaries aren't walls, they're markers of respect, guiding how she allows others to treat her. She knows what she brings to the table, and she isn't afraid to expect the same level of respect, love, and care in return. When she steps into any situation, whether it's in her personal life or in her career, she carries with her an unshakable understanding of her own value. It's this clarity of self-worth that makes her so captivating. Men especially are drawn to this because it's rare to find someone who is so sure of themselves. Confidence comes not from arrogance, but from the quiet assurance that you know you don't need to accept less than what you deserve. This is a powerful thing, being able to say no when necessary and choosing quality over quantity in relationships and opportunities. A confident woman doesn't just accept what comes her way. She actively shapes her path, choosing the people and experiences that align with her values. A refusal to settle doesn't mean she expects perfection from others. Instead, it's about aligning with those who recognize her value and treat her accordingly. She attracts men who respect her independence and her standards, not because she demands it, but because her self-assurance makes it clear she won't settle for anything less. This makes her presence magnetic. Men can sense that she's a woman who knows her worth, and that alone commands respect. It's easy to be drawn to someone who holds themselves with this kind of dignity. There's a sense of mystery in her that comes from not needing validation from anyone else. What's even more attractive is the balance she maintains. While she knows her worth, she is also not afraid to give and share in a relationship. She doesn't keep score. Instead, she seeks relationships built on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine care. It's this emotional intelligence that makes her so desirable. She isn't simply seeking validation, she's seeking connection, with herself first and then with others. When a woman knows her value, it draws others to her, not because of her external beauty, but because of the strength and respect she exudes. A confident woman knows how to flirt in a way that is subtle, natural, and captivating. Unlike the stereotypical image of exaggerated gestures or overt displays of interest, She effortlessly exudes charm and allure without trying too hard. There's something magnetic about the way she interacts. Nothing forced, nothing overly rehearsed. She knows that true attraction doesn't come from trying to impress, but from letting her authentic self shine through in every glance, every word, every smile. It's the quiet confidence that speaks louder than grand gestures, and it's this understated power that men can't help but be drawn to. She understands the art of mystery, how to leave just enough to the imagination to keep things intriguing. Whether it's a playful look across the room, a soft laugh at something said, or a touch of her hair when she's engaged in conversation, every move is deliberate yet casual. It's never about overwhelming the other person with attention. Instead, it's about creating a connection through moments of engagement that feel effortless. Men are attracted to this because there's an energy in her interactions that makes them want to know more. She doesn't make it obvious. She allows curiosity to build, which makes the interaction even more intriguing. What's captivating is that her flirting isn't about needing validation or attention. It's simply about enjoying the moment and creating a dynamic where both parties feel comfortable. There's no pressure to impress or perform. She's perfectly content with being herself, and that confidence draws people in. It's this balance of being approachable without being overbearing that makes her so magnetic. She can hold a conversation with ease, and her charm doesn't stem from flashy remarks or flirtatious banter, but from her ability to be present and engaged in the moment. Her subtle flirting invites others to feel noticed without overwhelming them. It's like a dance, where each word or gesture adds to the rhythm of a growing connection, never rushing, always measured. This makes the interactions feel intimate, as if they are between two people who are naturally drawn to one another rather than being forced into a script. Men find this irresistible because it feels real. It's not about putting on a performance. It's about creating a shared experience. And that authenticity makes her all the more alluring. When she flirts, it's with ease, grace, and an undeniable self-assurance that makes it impossible not to be captivated by her. A confident woman embraces both her strength and vulnerability, understanding that true power comes from the balance between the two. She isn't afraid to show her softer side or express her emotions. In fact, she believes that vulnerability isn't a weakness. Rather, it's a mark of authenticity and courage. When she opens up about her thoughts, fears, or dreams, it's not for sympathy, but for genuine connection. This willingness to be open and honest about her emotions invites others to do the same. It is in these moments of shared vulnerability that deep, meaningful connections are formed. Men are naturally drawn to this side of her because it's rare to find someone who is comfortable being emotionally transparent while still exuding strength. Her ability to show vulnerability in the right moments allows her to form connections that go beyond surface level interactions. It's not about wearing her heart on her sleeve at every turn, but about knowing when to be open and when to hold her ground. This emotional intelligence, the understanding of when to be strong and when to lean in, creates an undeniable allure. She's not afraid to admit when she's feeling overwhelmed or uncertain, but she also knows how to regain her balance, showing that vulnerability is just a part of her journey, not the end of it. It's this resilience combined with openness that makes her captivating. What makes her even more magnetic is that she doesn't view her vulnerability as something to be fixed or hidden. She sees it as a beautiful part of who she is, a part of her that makes her human, relatable, and deeply compassionate. When she shares her emotions, it's not from a place of neediness, but from a place of empowerment. She owns her feelings without letting them define her. This creates a safe space for others to feel seen and understood. And men can't help but be drawn to this warmth and authenticity. Her vulnerability isn't about seeking validation or approval. It's about letting others see the full range of her being. When a confident woman opens up, she doesn't just share her emotions, she invites others to connect with her on a deeper level. It's this genuine openness that draws people in, making her irresistible in a way that goes beyond physical attraction. There's a magnetism in her vulnerability that creates trust, intimacy, and an undeniable emotional connection. It's a power that isn't loud or boastful, but quietly captivating. In conclusion, the power of a confident woman lies not in perfection, but in her authenticity and self-assuredness. She doesn't seek validation, yet she naturally attracts it, not through grand gestures, but through the quiet strength of knowing her worth. From her poised body language to the way she holds her independence, every aspect of her being is a testament to the beauty of self-respect. Her genuine smile, subtle flirtation, and willingness to show vulnerability create an aura that is simply irresistible. It's the combination of strength and softness, independence and emotional intelligence that makes her so captivating. Men are drawn to her because she isn't afraid to be real, to set boundaries, to smile without trying, and to be both vulnerable and resilient. Her confidence is magnetic, not because she tries to impress, but because she is completely comfortable in her own skin. And in a world that often values perfection, it is this raw, unapologetic authenticity that makes a confident woman utterly unforgettable.